All right. So, you guys have stepped out of the. You guys have stepped out of the portal. You are back in the room with the massive void gate. What do you do?
What is there left to do?
Well, what Kirei does is go sit in a corner for a minute as she tries to fucking process all that.
Are you okay?
I am finding it difficult to deal with the many different emotions at the moment.
Take your time, okay?
Hmm.
We're here if you need us.
Thank you.
Pat her on the shoulder.
Anna, inside of Ivara, is just quiet. She's just kind of reserved to herself right now.
Yeah, Fianto in Rhino just folds his arms over his chest, kind of looks down for a moment, looks up again. Something that's probably worth asking right now. Where's the exit? He kind of looks around because.
Well, that's just the thing, right? Isn't it supposed to end in some kind of battle royale?
The winner was supposed to be who is ever in possession of the prize at the end of the time limit. Regardless of how...
Man, I was really hoping the prize was the friends we made along the way.
Yaz just kind of gone from arms over his chest to kind of leaning over onto his knees, going, "Oh, fuck."
I am not sure how that is supposed to work now that we know that the prize is self-aware, though.
I guess. I mean, it's not necessarily going to be like the moral implications of that, as it is going to be chasing down the frigging Warframe.
Well, I am wondering if the maze considers we were the person who found it, and it seems as though he is interested in coming with us. That perhaps means that unless somebody beats us, we are considered in possession of the prize, even if he is out exploring. After all, our Warframes do not stop belonging to us when we leave them.
I guess so.
Which does bring up an interesting question. Was Persephone eliminated when we eliminated Vauban, or is she still in the game minus her Warframe?
She was controlling Vauban from remote, wasn't she?
Correct.
Yeah.
But Colin was unable to participate because a Warframe was required to participate. So is the elimination of one's Warframe, even if you do not reside in it, still count as an elimination?
I suppose there's no point in hypothesizing this. We'll either find it out or it'll already be resolved.
A fair point.
If one of us suddenly starts walking around and then shoots one of the others in the back, we'll know she's still in play. Let's try and avoid that.
My understanding was that she had to have already built a connection in order to use transference from afar. She cannot simply hop into one of our Warframes, though if she has previously used Ivara, then she could potentially do that if Anna were to leave it.
I hadn't thought of it, and I guess but I'm not leaving for goodsies now.
Well, that's fair. I suppose.
Or
man, that is really disappointing, though.
Or at least
I
until
was actually starting to get used to, being out in my slippers.
if we happen across the transference chamber again, we should be able to confirm whether she was eliminated or not. If she
Yeah.
was, she'd still be in her marker would be in the transference chair
Good point.
or nearby it.
Yeah.
It could also perhaps be that, after all, Ember was considered eliminated as soon as Hikane was. It gave me a distinct time limit to remove myself from her before it turned into a marker.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
but she did mention that the markers can be used still if they're intact.
Indeed, which means that even if she hasn't engaged one before, she can potentially, if she is still participating, she can find any of the intact remaining Warframes and use them, which would be Hikane's Ember and possibly Necros.
Oh crap, that's true. Necros would pose a real problem too.
Could
Oh, man.
Necros reanimate a marker?
I mean, it can reanimate the dead, and if a marker is unusable, I guess that's technically dead.
Perhaps, but it is a replacement. So, but then again, if it functions enough to allow transference at all, then I suppose it very well could.
Yeah, so just sort of steps away from this theoretical conversation that's going off on this side.
Look, Kirei's having fun distracting herself from much bigger worries. Okay?
Yeah.
This is entirely valid, yes. Good kind of goes over and nudges MT.
Hey.
So, just to make sure we're all on the same page here, we're not trusting anyone else, right?
Who do you count as anyone else?
At this point, anyone. I mean, like excluding
Anyone who's not in this room,
Anyone
or
who's not in this
anyone who
room.
isn't you.
trust no one, even myself. Pulls that gun and puts it in his own face. No, wait, hang on a second. Damn it, you nearly got me there. No, I just mean if this. It's a shame this kind of thing is kind of steering us towards a fight. I thought it'd be nice just to be able to kind of have something nice happen without having to rip someone else's legs off. But
Well, is it steering us towards a fight, or is our misunderstanding and paranoia steering us towards a fight?
bear in mind this was devised mostly for the entertainment of the Orokin, who were a bunch of sadistic lunatics.
So it's probably steering us towards a fight.
Oh hell yeah! I don't know what's going to worry me more is the concept of having to fight a bunch of Tenno all at the same time, or the possibility that I'm going to see that Hydroid come through a wall riding a golden moor. Like, or the third mystery door, which probably contains something even worse than the first two. I don't know. Just.
Well, I can tell you what. Fussing over it is just going to make things worse, you know?
Exactly. I would like the other shoe to drop. That's all I'm saying.
I want to let you know, though, no matter what happens, I'm still going to look out for you.
Well, I mean, thank you. Of course. I mean, I'll look out for you as well. You're all my friends.
That's right. We're looking out for each other, no matter what happens in the end.
Well, I mean, if it comes down to like there's only one Tenno left if it has to be one Tenno left standing, I'm suplexing the absolute fuck out of you, but only when we get down to the last four.
You know what? That's fine. That's fair.
You can suplex me as well.
Sure, but we'll wait till we're out of the maze. In fact, if that happens, I'll hold on to my suplex.
Oh no, you're not going to hold a suplex in reserve, are you?
So you'll never know when it's coming.
Oh no. 50 years. I've settled down. Finally, the war is over. I'm there holding my grandchild, and all of a sudden, just from behind, my child flies into the air, hits a ceiling fan, blood everywhere. Wait, where was I going with this? I'm sorry. Right, so
once Kira is back on her feet, we'll just go forward, see what the next room is. Keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Try to find this fellow. Well,
yeah, I suppose that's actually the other thing I didn't just think about is, have any of us actually technically claimed him? And I don't want to drag this into gross metaphors, but none of us have technically been inside him yet.
No one's called dibs. No.
No one. Oh, the fleshy dibs.
Usually, it's whenever we're dealing with these kinds of things. Usually, they choose us.
This is fair. That's fair. He did seem kind of enthused for us to scrap over him, but that all got settled anyway. So he shrugs.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I know about as much as you do.
Excalibur doesn't seem to want to scrap over anybody.
I understand. I'm right there with you.
Well, no, he'd scrap over somebody, but like not Hydroid.
It's me.
He'd scrap over you.
Yeah.
Like, but not someone who's all just like, yes, fight for me.
Not some self-entitled prima donna.
Yes.
You princing Nancy. Anyway.
In fact, he writes that specifically on a sheet of paper.
They don't know you can do that yet. Give me that.
Wait, what are you doodling?
Nothing.
Okay. Your handwriting's not that bad.
Around this time, Kira gets back on her feet.
If you need help getting back up on your feet, Anna helps you up.
She accepts the help, even though she could probably manage it. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was quite a bit to take in.
Yeah, I don't really even know where to begin processing all that.
I'll have to think more on it when all this is over.
Yeah, same. I honestly gotta wonder if he was talking to just you guys or if I was really included there. I don't feel like the kind of person that the solar system would partly depend on. I just play Lunaro.
There's no such thing as too small a part to play. You guys set an example to other Tenno that you can coexist with the universe in a way that doesn't involve tearing it to pieces. No one else really does that.
But how is that gonna guide humanity?
By showing humanity that they shouldn't feel afraid or venerate the Tenno. How do you think civilizations, religions would hold together if they discovered, oh yeah, Jesus likes a bit of, lacrosse every now and then? Like, it's one of those things which just humanizes people. It humanizes things, and it takes the unnecessary gilding off of the real object, if that makes any sense. You make a difference.
Thanks. She nods a little.
Hey, come on. Kind of gives her a squeeze on the shoulder. I'm not going to be the only person trying to steer this pity party to its conclusion.
I'm good. Don't worry about me. Thanks though. Seriously, man.
Hey,
I'm a bit surprised you don't have more questions.
Dude, I just gotta hang out with you guys, and the questions are all answered. I'm not even gonna ask.
Right? That's
Like-
hi. Welcome to my world. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you. MT.
Anna, like,
oh shit! Did we
I
need to
just,
introduce you guys?
I just kind of like chill here, and things happen, and someone says something, and that mixes with some context I had prior, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
Almost 40 episodes later, she gets it.
Episodes? What you talking about?
Sorry, I had a stroke.
I would ask that you perhaps keep things related to my last question under wraps for now.
What was your last question?
I'll never mind then.
Okay, cool.
All right. What is our plan? Should we find Hydroid in case? Should we try and find Hydroid in case we need to be in at least proximity of them to be considered the winners? Should we try and find a place to hole up? Should we attempt to eliminate remaining players?
I mean, are we really in a position to pick which one of those we attempt doing apart from holding up? I mean, you kind of look around. This place is randomized quite a lot, and if Hydro's decided to leave some kind of trail, that might help. If everything is unpleasantly clammy and wet, and as much as I've been looking forward to a decent scrap, I don't feel happy about the four of us just going around ganking other players.
So we continue to be defensive.
By the sound of it, it doesn't seem like the other players are going to be alone anymore.
In which case, when we run into them, we'll have a rough idea of whether or not they want to scrap, because they'll probably start shooting at us.
Yeah, well, there is like,
Do you believe Persephone would be working, if she is still around, working with your other teammate?
she thinks it over. No, she's probably shot Dom in the back by now.
Sorry.
I see. Then without her Warframe, she is minimally threatening. And though she could pilot a downed one, she would nevertheless be up by herself, which means with Tsukimono and Hikane eliminated, Team Delta Elemental is our biggest threat in the game.
Yeah, where we last left them, they were going to find their friend.
Yes, especially if Greta and Byron have found Fedor.
They're good guys. I've met them before.
They're still a bit green, but they are growing quickly.
They've definitely got the talent for it.
Well, we only have one exit. Shall we?
Yeah.
It should lead us back to the last path split.
Well, when you look, there's the portal to the trailer.
Oh yeah, that's right. We came through the portal, not through the.
It's not there.
I
It
suppose
looked like it was a one-way portal.
I suppose that was a one-way trip. I guess we don't know where this will lead then.
Oh, well, I suppose variety is the spice of life.
Man, let's hope for something cool. And not something where, like, the robot's just like, you have to eat 1,000 bugs.
I mean, depending on the bugs, that's not necessarily a bad challenge.
You have to eat 1,000 giant hissing cockroaches.
I don't think I could eat 1,000 of pretty much anything.
Yeah, man, I'm not violent, but I will shoot that robot right in the head.
And then all the hissing cockroaches just come out the hole.
The answer is rice.
Possibly.
I mean, look, I'm not saying hissing cockroaches aren't, a good source of protein. Texture's kind of okay. Legs are kind of a bitch, but everything else is kind of... Sorry, I was drifting off again.
Oh, and also they're totally alive while you do it.
I'm going forward now.
Look, everyone's treating this like eating bugs is weird, and I'm just saying, like...
Kirei follows MT.
Feeling persecuted here.
Look, man,
Shuffles on behind them.
I'm not saying that I'm against eating bugs. I'm just saying that I would rather eat other things.
Just remind yourself that next time you eat something from the replicator, that's probably the kind of processed matter that we've been using for protein.
Well, it's not going to be squirming down my throat.
Not with that attitude.
That's fair.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, let's walk into this room full of whirling razors.
And one by one, you guys enter what seems to be a deserted island. You are on a absolutely gorgeous beach. There is above you a cloudless blue sky. The sun, just a small little marble in the sky, beating down on you. The ahead of you is a small plain that leads into a lush jungle. And just by the look of it, this island, which is impressive in size, seems to be isolated. You hear the sound of some kind of exotic bird singing in the distance. You have stepped out on the beach. Soft sand leads into a warm ocean, so bright and blue and free of pollution. It's as if the last vestige of old Earth's untainted beauty was plucked from time and perfectly preserved. The south doorway that you've stepped out from is actually you had to move some brush as you were stepping out, as it was hidden amongst the brush near the tree line, seemingly built into the ground itself.
This is incredible. Where do we even go from here?
Dude, screw the competition.
I'm liable to agree. This is... I'd seen pictures of places like this.
And you guys remember? Someone mentioning a place like this? and a particular audio log that they had found here about an earthly paradise and it effectively being a gift to you.
Oh, right.
All I ask is that you leave it as you found it. Those were his words, I believe.
So, don't set anything on fire. Got it.
Yes, we should try to avoid getting in any fights here.
Understandable.
Who could fight here? Seriously.
I mean, now that Hakane's out, probably nobody else.
Yeah.
I mean, if Hikane was still in the game, I'd imagine this place would have trenches dug, there'd be napalm everywhere. Some classic rock playing as Hueys fly overhead.
She actually steps out of Ivara. Just so that she can kick off her sandals and feel the sand beneath her feet. Huh. Wow.
I mean, if no one is objecting as us having a moment here, Yanti will plop out of his rhino. Immediately does the incredibly British thing of just rolling up his rolling up the legs of his so like just under his knees and then awkwardly waddling out into the water.
It's lovely.
Oh my! Oh, okay, guys, we've got to take a moment here. I don't care if there's gigantic sharks in here. I am. Oh, yes.
I mean, we've come this far. But we deserve a little bit of a break.
For once, I can say this and genuinely mean it. Come on in. The water's awesome.
I'm going to look around for a bit. There should either be another exit or Hydroid should still be here.
If you can find a mini bar, do let me know.
Affirmative.
So, well, regarding Yanto, Anna will also step up to her shins in the water and is just like, wow, you're right. This is really nice.
Yeah, this is... I can't even remember the last time I actually managed to just go to a beach.
MT is gonna look around at the flora that is immediately close to the beach, like not walking too far away from.
It's do you step out of Excalibur?
Yes.
Excalibur, you notice after you do that, reaches down and kind of dips his hand into the sand and lets it fall between his fingers. And then just kind of like takes a knee.
You okay?
His hand like clenches into a fist. And then releases.
Is it too overwhelming? I don't get it.
I don't get the meme. No, there's no meme here, Luke. I think I know what you were talking about anyway. Yeah. He pauses a moment and then stands up and puts his hands to his side and squares his shoulders and is good.
You're kind of a sap, aren't you?
He shrugs.
It's pretty, that's for sure.
He looks out into the past the water and gives a very distant nod.
Hmm. You think it's safe? It feels safe. But you never know. Everything so far has had some kind of double edge.
He nods and then just kind of puts a fist up to his chest and gives a kind of like a bow of his shoulders as if to indicate he's with you on this. He wants it to be safe.
Help me pull one of these big leaves down.
He gives you a nod, and we'll give you a boost if you need it.
I'm gonna pull the biggest leaf out of this tree.
You get a big old leaf that's like the size of your head.
Oh no, I want bigger. I want like a palm leaf.
Oh, okay. It gives you a more of a boost so that you can reach a palm like leaf, and you get like a huge leaf.
I'm going to lay it in the shade and lay down on it and close my eyes. Take a nap.
Hell yeah. Hell yes. Excalibur will sit down next to you and probably kind of put his back up against one of the nearby trees. And just, stare out at it all. Kirei.
Yep.
Said you were going to be going out. Were you going to be entering the jungle?
Yeah. If there's anything resembling a path, she's going to follow it. She wants to see if there's another exit there. She will...
There is no path.
Alright then. She'll get out of Trinity also, so if Trinity wants to look around on her own, she can.
Yeah, she does. I mean, she's with you. Like, she's going to be looking around wherever you happen to be. But yeah. So, there does not seem to be a path. And there don't seem to be any prints of boots or anything of hydroids.
I don't understand. Hydroid should have had to come through this way.
Trinity thinks about it. And then, puts her hand, horizontal to the ground. And then, takes her other hand as if this is Hydroid. And then, puts it again, puts it down through, kind of almost splashing down through the horizontal hand.
Ah, you think he was moving around in his water form then?
She motions behind her towards the sea.
That would make sense. I wonder if there's anything out there. Only he would be able to tell, I suppose.
She nods, remembering the person he is.
It is lucky he does not seem very combative himself. He would certainly have quite the advantage around here.
A small rodent-like creature with an especially fluffy tail comes down a tree and is just examining the two of you.
Oh.
It doesn't seem to be afraid of you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is this a robot? Like, everything else around here has been either a robot or an Orican life form, but she will kind of get closer and just... She won't touch it, but she is peering at it intently.
It backs away when you get too close, but then, like, doesn't back away nearly as much, and it's, like super inspecting you.
It is mutual. Anybody looking at this looks extremely silly as... Kirei matches the small creature's intensity of examination.
It blinks. It has eyelids. It has a cute little fuzzy face. It breathes.
How large is it about?
I'd say it's about the length of your forearm. It's just it has kind of hooked claws on its on its paws that let it cling to the tree really easily.
Hmm.
But they don't look like they're. It doesn't look like they're like used for hunting or harm, just for living in the trees.
She will attempt to hold her arm out to it and see if it wants to climb on.
It sniffs it and like darts around and looks at it real intently, and then like climbs down below it and looks up at it, and then climbs back above it and looks at it, and then very hesitantly climbs onto it.
You are quite a curious little fellow, aren't you?
It is now sniffing the side of your face.
With the arm it's not on, she will very gently try and, I guess, pet it.
It is startled initially, because it doesn't know what that is.
Right.
But when you're not showing it aggression, it seems to accept it. And like almost each time, it kind of like looks at your hand as if like confused, it's like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?" Because it doesn't understand petting as affection. But it's not like gnawing at you or slapping your hand away.
It's just like what?
It's just like, yeah, it's just like, what or why?
All right, she'll stop and I guess continue looking around with a new passenger.
It is just super curious about your whole deal and doesn't jump off of you when you start walking. You notice as you're walking, a couple others and another nearby tree are watching you and there doesn't seem to be much caution in how they do so.
There must not be any natural predators around here for them. They seem rather fearless.
Trinity motions to you and her and nods. And then, like, puts her hand like a little bit from the ground as if to indicate like a lion or like a badger or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then shakes her head.
Yes, there don't seem to be any larger creatures around other than us.
She shakes her head again.
No?
And indicates it again as if it indicates something like a badger in size again, as if to like indicate some kind of predator. And motioning towards them, shakes her head, motions to the two of you, and then nods her head in regards to their penchant for trust and predators.
We do not match the size and shape of any predators they would have, I suppose.
She nods emphatically.
They seem curious and intelligent. It was smart enough to look underneath my arm as well as on top of it. So they must have a sense of object permanence. Some working grasp of at least how branches work, or something to that effect.
As you guys are walking, there is something that catches its eye, and it hops off of your shoulder onto a nearby tree, and then into a nearby bush, and returns shortly thereafter up the side of the tree, now chewing on a large fruit of some kind.
I see.
And
She will go look in the bush for fruits.
yeah, there are big, plump, like kind of yellowish fruits that are growing in the bush.
She'll pluck one, sniff it experimentally, see if she can detect whether this is safe to eat or not.
Yeah, smells good. It has a nice fragrance.
She'll kind of like to see if she'll need to, like, if there's any skin she needs to peel, or
I mean, there's a skin on it. It's a fruit,
yeah,
but it's not like a thick skin.
yeah, or whether the skin
It's not something that you can bite.
whether it's something with an edible skin or not.
Yeah, it's an edible skin. It's not like an orange.
Yeah, she'll take a bite.
It's a very sweet, citrusy flavor.
It's quite good.
The little creature finishes its fruit and hops back onto your shoulder since you haven't moved away too far.
Yeah. It seems it is now it now thoroughly considers me its personal play stand.
Trinity gives a jealous nod.
Would you like to try holding out to it?
Yeah, she does, and just like it did with you, it gives her a strange kind of look. Checks around her arm to see if there's any weird things that would be dangerous around her arm, and then hops under her arm. And Trinity seems quite delighted by this.
Can I restore my relationship with Trinity by a point?
Yes. If you can. If you can.
Excellent. She is very pleased to have a furry friend as well.
Yes.
I can only imagine happy how happy Oberon would be if he were here.
Trinity now looks a little sad, like a little bit, that Oberon is not here, because Oberon would just.
Oberon would be covered in these creatures very quickly.
She holds up a hand and then just kind of like makes a sort of a zipping motion across where her lips would be.
Very well, let us not incur his jealousy. Though, now that I'm thinking of it, Kirei is going to scan the little buddy. For
Yeah.
for record keeping purposes.
Yeah, you scan him. And you find that he is it is male. And he is a what is called a luck truck. An old old vegetable and fruit eating varmint, essentially, that went extinct hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, thousands maybe. It with the mass changes to the earthen atmosphere, all creatures like it went extinct, as it was not adapted quite well to the changes in Earth's atmosphere.
It would seem this particular bubble is quite old then. I'm honestly impressed the Codex has that much information on it.
It's old information,
I guess. Hold on, digging through archives.
Yeah, herbivore.
Yeah, well, she'll continue exploring the island with their new furry friend now.
Okay. When you reach about the you definitely notice that there are other things here. There are other creatures here that you get little glimpses of here and there. Notably insects and a lot of varied insects and insectoids that are in the forest. You catch a glimpse of some kind of a bunny-like creature that has sort of horns, and like bones across its spine, but it's very skittish. And kind of avoids you.
Kira will see if she can scan it. I mean, Kira's basically going to try and scan any life forms she sees. She'll see if she can scan it from a distance without spooking it.
Yeah. It is this one is actually an unknown species, but seems to be a distant relative of the Kuwaka, which is a strange mix of rodent and rabbit with tendril-like spines waving out of their backs. Likely it is a predecessor of a Kuwaka. Eventually, you come upon The first and probably only sign of civilization. There is a shack deep in the jungle. It's in a decent sized clearing, but it looks like there was more of a clearing when it was built than there is now. It's an ancient shack. It's overgrown. It's mostly collapsed. It looks like no one's been here for a very, very, very long time. There is the vague sound of static.
Someone must have found a codex from here. She'll, I don't know, just curiously see which one it was. She has them all as far as she's aware. So.
This is where you had actually found. This is where someone had actually found the codex related to this location, about this particular world and its earthly paradise.
She thinks,
and it seems to indicate that
Better, I think, or not, or Byron rather. Byron, I think, had the. I believe
Byron had passed through here. It seems to indicate that Xiphos had actually willfully spent years here, just living amongst this world. And the further evidence of that is he has several notebooks still here. They're very, very old. Like a lot of the ink is faded. The pages are yellowed with age, but much of it's still readable. And it's all just seems to be like sketchbooks, observational notes, details of insects and other small animals that Xiphos found on the island. Looks like there was some handmade furniture here, but it's long since unusable.
Does it look like there's accommodations for more than one person? Like, did he make this place at the point he was already by himself, or does it look like he lived here with crew?
At the point he was already by himself.
See, does seem like a good place to collect one's thoughts.
Trinity gives a knowing nod.
I sort of want to be cheeky and attempt to scan the notebooks. Lore entry.
I mean, you can if you want.
Why not? She is a Naramon disciple.
Yeah, you can use that as just a means of just collecting knowledge.
Yeah, just after everything he did, I mean, she'll have the recordings as well, but as much as in general, she is sure that herself, as well as most Tenno, are in a hurry to have the Urkin be forgotten entirely. Perhaps Archimedean Xiphos is worth remembering. If nothing else than to remember that there was more than one Orican that had a good heart deep down.
It took some work to get it out of him, but
it took some doing, but in the end he seemed to do something that basically no other Orican did, which was be at peace with himself and his place in the system.
And just by looking through these notes, if nothing else, this particular world seems to be where he did that.
I guess once she doesn't want to disturb anything too much, considering how old it is, at the risk of deteriorating something further. But once she's scanned and collected her knowledge, she'll continue on her way.
Okay. What about Yontel? What are you doing?
Probably considering, I mean, can see that MT has decided to just peace out and have a nice nap. Yeah, he'll probably just, probably, probably ask. Oh my god, I forgot her name.
Anna?
Sorry, brain is not braining. I was just gonna Anna. Do you mind? Just gonna. Do you want to swim? Like actually swim out, because I have not swum in a really long time, and
Yeah, I'm not adverse to that. I haven't either.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Just in case you wonder why I take my clothes off and jump in the water and go under the surface. I'm glad that I've used you quite so immediately. All right, cool. Well, you feel free to do whatever you like, but I'm gonna. And yeah, he trots back off, disappears into the brush a little bit, and just comes back in his skivvies.
Yeah, she'll turn around. She's still wearing the dress that she was wearing to the balls.
You're so overdressed for this.
It's like it has like an almost gothy look now at this point, which is probably not the intent.
Oh no, she is the perfect goth girl at the beach sort of look.
Yeah, and yeah, she turns around and takes that off, and she just has her skibbies as well.
And yeah. So we'll dive into the water and have a bit of an explore. See if you can find, I don't know, if there's anything swimming around in here.
Yeah, Anna joins you, and gonna say yeah. You're looking to see if there's anything that's down here that like any living things.
Oh no, dead things. Yeah, living things would be nice.
Yeah,
they're just bones, just thousands of bones.
Oh man. You find that there are what seem to be some kind of nocturnal horseshoe crab of some kind that doesn't live, or it's asleep basically, and it's not too far off the shore. It's like 7 feet in, so it's in 7 feet of water, and it's like partly burrowed into the sand. Very much a snooze. However, it is not alone, as there are smaller of the smaller renditions. By the way, this is a big crab, like a big horseshoe crab, like, almost the size of you.
Oh yeah.
And it seems like there are smaller babies that are scurrying around under, like, in the sand around the mama. The mama is just asleep.
Yeah, Yanto just floats there for a second, suppressing the urge to go, oh, knowing that will cause him to inhale a lot of seawater. Probably has his scanner that he's been kind of holding onto with one hand while he swims, and just quickly scans it. Just, oh my god, that is adorable, and it's not trying to kill me. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's like you're not messing with its babies.
Oh man.
It seems to stir a little bit, and it seems to wake up, not by you, but because some of its babies get a little too far away, and it reaches out one of its like really long legs. It like kind of like scoops up a whole swath of sand, including the 3 or 4 babies that had gotten too far, and like brings it back in.
Nice. Oh, parenting 101. Oh, no, yeah, don't get back here, you little shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Yanta's just going to spend some time just swimming around, appreciating wildlife, appreciating the fact that he can just float on the surface, enjoying the sun, and not having to worry about anything for a little while.
Yeah. After a little bit of it, Anna's just like, so, hey, Yanto? And she's just like kind of like floating up next to you.
Yeah, you kind of, if she's gonna head out, he'll kind of reach out and kind of take her hand so they don't float apart again. What's that?
Well, whatever you never mind. Actually, it's probably just this place that's got my emotions all cray.
Cray. We're going for the old archaic terms here. Okay.
Yeah.
No, man. No, it's fine. If you got anything to say, it's not going to be a problem.
Are we a thing?
Honestly, that is a really good question. I like you, but I know we haven't.
I like you a lot too.
But at the same time, I know that we've only kind of known each other in here, and it's a very emotional place, and it's a very emotional time. And I've kind of had this made clear to me the last time I had this kind of talk with someone else. I realized that see, this is the thing. I'm not good at doing these kind of talks.
Dude, I've never dated. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, nobody knows what they're doing. Anyone who tells you they know what they're doing when it comes to relationships is lying.
I spent most of my time being moody and non-social and then lazy and also non-social. And here I am, like, hanging out with you and really having fun and like getting the whole like tight in the chest sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know if she can see Yanto's face from the kind of position he's floating at, but his face just kind of tightens quite a bit. It's like, okay.
What did I say a bad thing?
No, it's nothing. Well, no, it's not nothing. It's so. If I was to tell you that I'd been in sort of in and out of a relationship with Kerry, would that be weird? Just the fact that I had really strong feelings and had to come to the kind of a conclusion that if I couldn't make that kind of attachment, I can fit. Like I want to make you happy, and I want to make all my all my friends happy, and I'm not good at this. I'd want to just make people happy, and I never find the right way of saying it.
You can just tell me no. It's cool.
I don't want to say no either. I just don't want to give you the feeling like this is everything. Like if you found someone else who could make you feel that way, you shouldn't feel like, oh no, but I feel that way about Yanto, so I shouldn't feel that way, because I totally don't want to be the kind of guy who limits someone else.
Dude, I mean, like, if we were a thing, that would make you 100% my first boyfriend. And I have no idea how that would play out. I could be like an awful girlfriend. I don't know, man. I've never dated me before. I would not go into that with any expectations.
Oh, I suppose that's kind of comforting. That no matter how bad I fuck up, you've got nothing to judge it against.
Okay, well, maybe not that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Gonna have to be a fucker, aren't I? Would it be all right if we stayed friends, but maybe kept that kind of idea?
What do you mean? Got that kind of idea.
Just, I know that I like you. I don't know if I don't do this as well as I thought I could. I'm an emotionally stunted strange little guy who gets along well with people, but can't seem to bring himself to tie off that one important thing. I want to say it and I want to mean it, and I'm terrified that if I do say it and it turns out I don't mean it, then I will hurt you horribly. And I don't ever want to do that to someone I care about. So I'm stuck in this weird place where I can't decide because I don't know if I say it if I'm going to mean it.
Okay. That's okay. I guess that's probably something that you'd want to talk to Kirei about then.
Maybe. I mean, we had that talk and we agreed that we were better friends than anything else, and trying to force a relationship like that to work would just make things way more complicated. Yeah, Yanza's going to let go of her hand.
Yeah. Go ahead and take a shock to the relationship.
Yeah.
Yanto, you're so bad at this.
See, the secret is this is exactly how I am with people.
Can't commit to anything when you're an immortal.
And yeah, I mean, she'll still like hang with you, but she's just a little quieter. That's all. Her focus now tends to be more on like the environment and some of the cool shit here.
Yeah, Yanto's just going to lie there floating for a bit and really try not to cry.
She comes out from under the water at some point and it's just like, dude,
What?
there's fish.
There's fish?
There's fish here.
Okay. He kind of flails and gets kind of into a swimming position. Where?
Over here. Come on, check it out.
Okay. He dives under.
And it's near the rocks. It's towards the it's a bit towards the east. So kind of a little bit of a ways away from where you came out of. Going further east, there does not seem to be too much in terms of beach at all, as it is more black rocks that seem to be dotting the coast. And over the water, they seem to be black rocks. That there doesn't seem too much about them. Under the water, they are vibrantly colored. They only seem to darken where the sun touches them.
Interesting.
Under the water, they almost produce very vaguely their own luminescence where the sun does not touch them, and they are very vibrantly colored. And you see there is a number of fish just here amongst the rocks.
Weird they'd be so localized. Must be something they eat here.
And you can just sort of see the around the rocks this sort of ecosystem that seems to be built out of these glowing rocks and the corals that cover the very bottom sections of them. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, Yanzo will, I suppose, just observe them for a while.
Do you kind of poke around the rocks, seeing other things that you could probably find here?
Yeah, probably.
Eventually, you bump into a door.
There's a bloop.
Yeah, there's a one of the doors out is underwater, built into the base of one such rock.
Okay. Yanzo will surface and try to judge exactly where he is. I'm assuming he's not ludicrously far out.
No, you're not ludicrously far out. You're a fair distance away from where you came in from, but like you can still see the actual sandy shores of the south. You're towards the east. So, and the island at this point has curved a bit, so you can definitely attest that you are on the east side of the island.
No, that's fair enough. Is Anna there as well?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, fair enough. Did she see that?
No.
Yeah, you kind of surfaces. Well, I think I just found a way out.
Oh man.
There's a door built into one of the rocks down there.
She goes underwater to check it out and then surfaces. Yeah. Huh.
I do wonder about the logistics of that, considering you're opening a door underwater.
Probably gonna spill some water out until you close it. And also it's probably gonna suck you right out as soon as you open it.
Oh man, this is actually a fairly good point as well. We should probably go back and tell everyone.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to accidentally drain the ocean.
I don't think it's gonna drain the ocean. It's a big ocean.
It's still an infinite vortex. It's never mind. Right. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, you're gonna head back to find MT.
Mm-hmm.
All right. MT, you kind of wake up from your nap.
What I miss?
Excalibur looks at you. Just basically, like you're still by the sand, right?
Yeah.
He bends down to just kind of like write words in the sand.
What is it, bud?
Because you asked what you missed.
Mm-hmm.
Relationship drama? Question mark.
Who?
Indecisive Yonto.
How the fuck did he detect that from that distance?
He's very good.
So nothing new, I guess.
Yeah. Does he look okay? Where is he?
East.
Mm.
Out with Anna.
I should leave him alone. That's not my problem.
He gives a very affirmative nod about that. In total 100% agreement. He is on board with that not being his problem either.
Why is everybody so difficult?
He just shrugs. And yeah, as you're sitting up, eventually Yonto does come back.
Hey.
He tries to do the James Bond walking out the ocean sort of, tries to look masculine, just gets caught on the tide and falls over. Oh, damn it. Okay. Hi. Hey.
Anna has a good laugh at your expense.
Thank you for your support, as always.
That's what I'm here for.
You have the look of a man who just made a fool of himself.
I always look like this.
He was trying to be so cool. It didn't work out.
I'm sensing an ambient level of hostility on this beach, despite the fact that I'm bringing interesting and good news.
What's up? What'd you find?
You're quite all right over there. Man. We found a door under the water.
Under the water?
Yes, under the water. I just said under the water.
How are we going to open it?
With difficulty. Holding our breath, I imagine.
That's not...
I mean, if we're in our Warframes, I don't think we have to hold our breath.
It's more the problem with actually pulling open a door if there's water pressure. Or if it opens the other way, flooding whatever might happen on the other side.
You're just sucking all the fun out of this.
I'm sorry, that's my job.
You know, I think it could work, though, if, like, Rhino anchors himself a little bit against the rocks and then does a charge while holding on to the door.
Fair point, actually. That's a good move. That's a good shout.
Dude, you gotta consider all this stuff in the Naro.
This is fair.
Sometimes you're playing Lenara against other Tenno, and they're just like, so what about powers? And you're like, well, crap.
Now you got that shit to deal with. So, where is Kerry? Well, don't see her anywhere. So she just wandered off.
Excalibur just motions into the woods.
Yeah, what he said.
So we just let her walk off into the woods.
She can take care of herself.
Kirei.
She could take care of all of us, really.
Kirei, I have a question.
Yes.
Did you go north, east, or west? You were near the center of the island.
Choose your own adventure.
You're eaten by a Gru.
Let me roll a die.
Roll a d6.
She went north. That was the first option, right? North.
Oh, wonderful.
Roll a new character.
So, you head further north. And as you get further north, the jungle gets denser and darker. partly because the sun's going down. Like it's no longer high noon.
Oh shit! We can actually tell what time it is in this area.
It is not necessarily high noon anymore. So
yeah. In fact, given how much
hours have passed.
In fact, given how much Archimedean Xiphos loved this place, it occurs to her that she would not be surprised if he synced the challenges timer to the day cycle of this bubble.
That's fair. Yeah. It's not necessarily just because it's no longer high noon. The jungle is just denser. And you find that something is stalking you. Something in the shadows. It's been following you for the last 1/8 of a mile.
I believe there may be predators here after all.
The Lucktrock is very aware of its surroundings. Actually, I'll say,
would it have jumped off if we started going deep into?
I was gonna say, eventually it did part ways with you after you went a certain distance.
Kirai probably took that as a sign to be on the lookout for predators.
Yeah, that actually is a really good point. I had not thought of that, but yes, it would totally have. It would not have gone into the north. So, as you are out here, you come across what looks like a burrow, a very large burrow. It's abandoned. But you can tell that there are the bones inside of small marmots and small birds and other avians. So it does in fact confirm that there are some kind of predator here.
Kirai's gonna think. So Trinity is probably not likely to be the target of any predator being made of metal. Which there were probably not, if this is a super old biome, there were almost certainly not creatures evolved to eat things made of metal. Especially not future space metal. So anything that tries to attack her is probably just going to bounce off of her.
Correct. Also, you are both complete alien things to this biome.
Right, and
any sort of predator is probably more confused by your existence than wondering how you taste.
Right. She'll see if she can spot it. Scan it, maybe.
Okay, so you go about the scanner and give me a notice check.
Sure. Two twos.
You spot that you spot something that is perfectly blending in with its environment, with the colors around it. Less that it's invisible, and more that it has an active sort of camouflage.
Camouflage. How intriguing. But of course, if the scanner can pick up Kavats, this thing doesn't have a chance.
It does appear to be a very ancient breed of Kavat.
Oh, more DNA scans that I will never be able to use. Wait, do you think there are 10 of them on this island?
Trinity shrugs.
I have found what I wish to do with the remaining time here.
And
will get 10
as you are focusing on the one, you
I like to think Trinity at this point is don't Kavats, don't most things get aggravated when you scan them if they're
as you are focusing on this one, you hear the slight movement of brush behind you,
there are more than one.
and then to your side.
I don't think I can. I'm not sure. I don't think it's getting DNA samples from them though. Must be too different. Is Trinity going to express any concern?
I mean, she's like kind of like waving her hands at you, like as if to quietly say, "Get in me, please. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in."
Kyrie quietly smiles and then turns completely invisible.
The Kavats, startled by this, just dash away. They all like in unison sprint away.
Oh shit!
Holy shit! You went invisible. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? If you want to, you can make like an outthink to track them.
Sure.
Good roll outthink.
2 10s or 3 6s of speed is more important.
We go with 2 10s. It's another half an hour, 45 minutes of tracking them and like keeping a close attention to the marks that they make as they run. But you find the origin of at least this particular group of Kavats. There is a colony of Kavats here on the island. There is a series, like a larger series of burrows, in order to fit like a number of Kavats, like clearly over a dozen and a half, 2 dozen or more, really. To be honest with you, not all of them adults though. There are smaller burrows for kittens.
Oh, she's not gonna go get too close because that will probably upset many things. But
you also find in one of the burrows is a door.
What? Huh. Okay.
One of the doors out is inside inside one of these burrows. It looks like this was actually like that particular burrow was actually just a naturally forming small cave and not a burrow, and these Kavats just happened to use it for
so it was
a place to build a colony.
It was less that Xiphos put a door in their colony and more they formed a colony around this door.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like they formed a colony around this door and dug burrows all around it. And yeah, there's 2 dozen or more ancient Kavats. They clearly have not yet developed the ability to
cloak yet.
To cloak. That is not a genetic thing for them. But active camouflage is. There is a new mama and a burrow that she made with her entire litter. And she is licking the top of one of her little kitten's heads and cleaning it.
Kira is invisible and like scanning everything. Part of it is please let me be able to make a cute ancient Kavat pet. And part of it is I want pictures of this regardless. She is probably about as jovial as Trinity has ever seen her.
Yeah. Trinity, you kind of lost track of her. But then you notice that there are a couple of these proto-Kavats, or these ancient breeds of Kavats, that are with Trinity right now. And, like, they're more or less nudging her in the legs and just kind of, like, herding her towards the burrows. And it gets the rest of their attention. And she just, like, looks confused and a little concerned.
They're all like, hey, check this thing out.
And that's more or less what's happening. They're all like, hey, check this thing out. This is weird. And there's like one Kavat like goes up to her, like sniffing her, and doesn't like scratch at her, but like looks like it wants to. For initially,
I mean, for what good it would
to know, like, what is this thing made of? One of the little kitten happens to come up though, and stands on her foot, and she is just like completely still. At one point, though, she does take the risk and scratch one on the top of the head, and it seems confused by this, but not aggressive. And inside of her metal chassis, her heart explodes.
Does the kitten decide that this looks like a thing she could climb?
Yes. There is a mama Kavat that's that very pointedly comes up and is watching this. And this little kitten just kind of like climbs up Trinity.
Oh, Kira doesn't want to uncloak because she knows she will spook the fuck out of all of them if she does, but she'll just quietly watch for a while.
You don't know if you can extract Trinity from this.
Yeah.
It dawns on you she might just tell you to go on without her.
Couldn't blame
She'll
her.
just slow you down. The Kavats are more curious about her than they are alarmed. Again, this is a human or human-like thing, and there's only been one of those in this island's history. And so, like, they're not especially aggressive, and they're not afraid either because they have no experience with humans.
Yeah, especially because this particular humanoid thing doesn't have like a smell, so it probably well, maybe it does. I don't know. Would they consider it more like this thing is human, or is it more or like humanoid and alive, or they're like, wow, this tree sure moves funny?
Honestly, she probably smells like pretty decent. Like I'd imagine that Trinity like would actually like if it since she is sentient would like spray her chassis a little bit with like the floral scents and whatnot.
Sure. Smells like flowers.
Yeah. Unless you do anything to try to get Trinity out of this, she's going to allow these Kavats to like investigate her. Eventually, she'll sit down and like have one that decides that she's a good napping post, and she's just gonna be here, unless you do something to convince her otherwise.
No. Kirei will go up to Trinity and transference into her, but will pretty much take a backseat and sort of let Trinity drive things, so to speak.
Yeah.
She can't hold a cloak forever.
Yeah.
Even Kirei can't hold a cloak forever, but
I'll say as you start getting close to her, there is one Kavad. It's not a baby. It's like it's very young. It's a kitten, but like on like the cusp of adulthood. Has taken interest in you, but more your smell because it can't see you.
oh,
And it kind of like with its head low to the ground, the smell comes up to you and is like sniffing at your feet.
She considers that she
Like-
considers that cloaking is not the 100% foolproof.
And then like because it can't see you, it just like pokes at your foot to identify that there's a thing there, and then pokes at your leg.
Technically, I think with the void cloak, it would actually go through her.
Oh, that is true. Yeah,
Void actually when she's
it's just really confused as to like why there's like this particular scent here, and it can't touch anything.
I guess she'll, I don't know, maybe stalk away a little bit, get out of sight of them, and drop the
It
cloak.
follows.
Sure. Okay. All right. This might spook it a bit, or it might just. But she will once she's out of sight for the whole burrow, so she doesn't panic an entire colony of Kavads.
Yeah.
She'll drop the cloak.
You drop the cloak. It jumps almost like a modern day cat with a cucumber that has been placed behind it. So it like jumps into the air, and then like dashes back, and then dashes to the side, and then dashes to the other side, and then assumes that you were playing, and it pounces onto you.
Oh, it probably pulls Kirei over because she's not very strong.
Yes, it bowls you over, and then it like rolls off of you, and like kind of like rolls onto its back, and like paws up at the sky, because clearly that thing you were doing was playing.
Yes. Yes, clearly. She is pleased. She is pleased with how this has gone.
Do you play with Kavat?
Yes.
It plays rough, but I'm sure it's worth it.
Yes.
She's gonna walk out of the woods covered in like scratches and bites. We're like, God, what happened to you?
She's going to be covered in scratches and small bites, but look happier than you have ever seen her.
Just the biggest smile on her face, just like, what the hell?
Like when it gets dark, like when it's like getting closer to evening, would you try to reunite with your friends?
I guess probably. It's been a while. She should at least confirm they're okay.
Her friends aren't cats.
I mean, that's true. Her friends are not a colony of cats that has no experience with humans, therefore has no reason to be afraid of them.
I guess eventually, is Trinity going to stay behind?
I mean, unless you give her a real good reason, you can just assume that a landmine has taken both of her legs, and it's for the best that you go on without her. She would just slow you down.
Okay. Eventually,
Tell her wife and kids that she loves them.
Okay. Saren will be sad. But yeah, she'll I guess because I assume also as it gets late, eventually the Kavat she's playing with gets sleepy and
Yes.
returns to the colony, or the other Kavats have come and investigated her in the meantime, been like, huh.
Yeah,
a
there
weird
there
thing.
are some of the adult Kavats that have come by, and either it's probably its mama or its papa or something has like come up and like noms on the scruff of its neck, and it just kind of like goes rigid, and like they pick it up and kind of carry it off.
Okay. Playtime is over. It's time for bed.
Yeah. Are you gonna try to give Trinity a good reason that she should not hang out with Kavats all day,
No.
or are you gonna just head back to the others?
She'll just head back towards the others.
Okay. I'll say that that the others, because eventually I'm sure you guys would have decided you're going to amass a party to go find Kirei. And just as you were about to do so, at the edge of the woods, Kirei comes back from the jungle without Trinity, covered in scratches and bite marks.
Are you okay?
There you are. God. Where have you
Oh,
been?
dude? Did you get mauled?
No.
Where's Trinity?
She is back with the Kavats.
What?
There's
What?
Kavats on the island.
Yes, ancient prehistoric Kavats.
What?
What?
There is a colony of them. They have formed a colony around a door in a cave.
Another door?
Another one?
There's also a door underwater there's some rocks over on the east side of the island.
Okay, but fuck that. If there's a cat door, we're taking the cat door.
I should have known.
I was playing with the Kavat. Kirei is very happy.
That's some hard playing. You're bleeding.
That'd be Kavats for you.
Only slightly.
I mean, I guess they probably only know how to play with other Kavats. She shrugs. I guess if you think about it, there's been no humans. They wouldn't know the difference between humans and Kavats.
Well, since you've been accepted into their colony, do you think we can use that door?
Possibly. They seem to regard Trinity and I with curiosity more than fear.
Where is Trinity?
Back with the Kavats.
Yeah, you said that, but specifically just with them?
She is laying down, and last I saw there were Kavats napping on and near her.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Excalibur is containing his jealousy.
Man, it's a good thing Oberon's not here. Or it's a bad thing Oberon's not here. He could get us in good with the Kavats.
Just smash cut away where Oberon is vibrating.
There's something they're not telling me.
Trinity suggested that we perhaps leave this part out lest we give him a fit of jealousy.
Yeah.
Do we want to leave?
We eventually have to, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Unless we wish to stay here till the end of the trial.
I'm really in no hurry. I would be okay at spending the day here, man.
Honestly, it is getting late. It may be better for us to remain here until morning and when the rooms have reset.
That's not a bad idea. We could make camp.
Anybody build a fire?
I can figure it out.
Oh no. We
There's-
promised we weren't going to burn the forest down.
Okay, out in the sand though.
By the beach, by the water.
There's also edible fruit. She will search for a nearby bush of the type that she has been finding fruit in.
Yeah. You can definitely find one.
She will pluck some fruit and hold them out.
Does this count as leaving it as we found it?
I think it is fine, as fruit it will eventually rot and decay and grow back and such.
Yeah,
Works for me.
Yeah, we're not really, disturbing the environment here.
Help me find some brush.
Why did you need to do your hair?
Sure.
What?
Don't even have that much. What? Well, I'm not allowed to do the shitty jokes. It's just everyone else. All right, cool. With that double standard in place, I'm going to go stab some fish.
I hate it. Oh, you laugh at his joke, but you don't laugh at my literary masterpiece I put in the chat.
Kira is just standing there very confused looking.
So you're gonna have so basically MT wants to work on building a camp. Yanto wants to go fish. Excalibur wants to go fish too.
Okay. Go
Radial
fishing.
javelin.
You are not using radial javelin. You will depopulate the whole fucking coastline.
Use the javelin.
Don't use the javelin.
He shakes his head. He's not going to use the javelin.
Good man. Warframe tennisite thing. Good you.
He breaks off a he breaks off a fairly large branch of one of the jungle trees. Actually, he does two. Draws his sword and carves for a little bit until handing one to Yanto and having one to himself.
Nice. Thank you.
He nods.
Right, so we've got Team Pokey. We've got Team Set Stuff on Fire. Third team?
Kira, what do you want to do?
I guess Kira will gather some fruit to have with the fish.
Sure.
And then probably help set camp, because that probably won't take too long.
Mm-hmm.
Since she is only looking to feed 4 people for 1 meal.
Yeah, totes. Yeah, you can definitely find a good assortment of potentially edible fruits. Mostly the fruits that you know are edible.
Right.
While MT Anna does go with you to look through the brush to find some flammable things.
Sticks and such.
Yeah. Oh no. So yeah, you guys secure some damn it. You guys secure some brush. Is there anything you want to talk to her about while you're doing so?
How to gently bring this up in conversation? You doing okay?
Hmm. Yeah, man, this place is great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this specific place, yeah. The whole maze in general, I could have. It was a challenge for sure. More
There were-
emotional of a challenge than I thought.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely. There were a couple of places that were pretty cool. But like, yeah, there were some places like the big lava one. I don't want to hang out in the lava room. Nothing about that sounds fun.
uh, I wanted to. I mean, I haven't known you for very long, just a couple days now, and but I noticed that you and Yanto were getting along really well, and I know he can kind of be. Hmm. I know he could be impulsive and not think things through too often, and then also he can sometimes overthink things and end up not doing anything about it, and just wanted to. He's my friend, but I'm not above admitting that he's got faults, you know? Mm.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You just seem real nice.
Yeah, thanks. You seem real cool.
Thanks. I just hope you didn't hurt your feelings.
I don't know the current status of my feelings on that. I don't know if he shot me down. I've never been shot down before. I've never been I've never pursued a person before. I have like zero experience with this stuff, man.
Uh, Me too, I think, but like, the way I see it, people come together and grow apart all the time. It's kind of just what you make of your time together. Especially since we have all the time in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So, if it's not meant to be, and you never see him past this, well, at least you had a good couple days with him. If you run into him again, you can hang on to those happy memories. And maybe, hopefully, no bitter ones. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I don't know. Is it weird to say that it feels like a lot more than 2 days?
No. No. It feels like it's been 2 months.
Yeah. Like I feel like I've gotten to know people more fiercely than I have in years.
MT slowly turns her head as if to stare at a camera and at you, the GM.
Get out of here.
Knock, knock, knocking on the fourth wall.
Uh damn it. She's just like, was it stupid of me?
No. Hey, better for you to try and get rejected, maybe, than to never try at all and to regret it.
Okay. I guess that's fair. I don't know. It just seemed like that was. She shrugs. You'd already, kissed me. Adson was amicable to me kissing him again.
I mean, you are cute.
Hey, thanks. You're real cute too.
Thanks. I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to stick up for him. It's his decisions.
That's fair.
I don't know. I just... When we do all get out of this maze, I'd like to leave as friends.
Hey, same.
Even the ones who tried to kill me along the way.
Nah, no one's really gonna die here anyway.
You got me there.
It's not like really, for real, for serious, trying to kill.
Just fun trying to kill, you know.
Fake kill.
Yeah. KO.
I mean, that's the only way Persephone would have done the things that she did.
She's competitive.
She's competitive, but she's like the rest of us in the Game Wardens. She's not violent. Not murderous. Not, you know.
I understand. Yeah, no. I understand. This is a game. It's just a really investing one.
Mm,
Do you know how to make a fire?
I have no idea, man.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I've got a sword. We'll figure it out.
Go ahead and roll outthink +1. Amanda's help. We're trying to figure out how to make a fire.
Outthink, you say? Okay. Zero, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8.
All right,
You
Kira,
make
you come back. They have not yet to make a fire.
But there is a cool sword sticking out of a bundle of sticks.
Yes. In fact, everything that they have done regarding the attempt to making a fire has just been wrong.
Do you require assistance?
No, look,
Comes
I got
back
it.
with arms full of fruit.
Don't worry, I got this. You just hit it, right? Until it sparks, and then those sparks become more sparks, and you get a fire.
That is not how this works. How about...
Okay, Miss Brains, you want to explain how this works?
Certainly. Would one of you either hold the fruit or find some leaves for me to lay them on?
I know all about leaves.
Yeah, you can get a big leaf.
I got a big leaf.
Look at this big leaf I got.
She will set the fruit on the leaf so that they are not eating sandy fruit. And yeah, do you want me to roll out thing to have Kirei start a fire?
Yes.
2 4s.
Kira can start a fire.
MT is understandable, as you would likely have forgotten any survival training you received, but you should really know better, Anna.
Hey!
I feel so inadequate right now.
Hey! When was the last time we had to make a fire in space in what I assume is a pressurized ship?
Well, yes, it's not very useful in the ship. If you are stranded away from the ship, it becomes much more important. Depending on the circumstances. In most cases, a 10-0 would simply remain in their Warframe, but
I mean, that was pretty much me.
yes, but as you've noticed, even in a Warframe, over a long enough period of time, you will get hungry.
Okay, I could just like step out of my chamber. Just have a bite.
Do you possess a transference chamber?
Well, no. But, I mean...
Before, you mean?
Before. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
So elsewhere, Yonzel, you're fishing with Excalibur.
Yes, meanwhile. Sorry, immediately trying to speak and hack my lungs up. Yeah, assume we just kind of get over to the coast, try and find some rocks to kind of wade out onto, and then wait for fish to get within spitting distance. Yanto will probably learn the hard way quite early on that he should tie something to the spear, otherwise he's got to keep diving in there to get it. He goes, shit.
Yeah, the problem that you encounter very quickly. Excalibur had pretty much solved that problem like instantly himself. He didn't even have the problem to begin with. And in fact, he gave you quite a look when you repeatedly forgot.
Yeah, just kind of pulls himself like, all right, fine, I'll get a vine.
Gives you a thumbs up.
You have to attempt to give a sarcastic thumbs up. Comes back with it lashed around his wrist and goes, all right, but if I get dragged off by something, I'm blaming you.
He nods his head a little. That's acceptable.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He gives you a pat on the back. To say, yeah, you're welcome, bud. But because it's a Warframe, he probably like pushes you a little bit.
Just boom, splash. Yep, thanks.
Pushes you right onto your spear. Yanto eliminated.
Oh no.
Oh god damn it. It does a tiny amount of damage. That's just enough.
So, yeah, you're out there fishing with him. Do you chat with him at all?
He probably does actually. Just while they're idly watching what's kind of floating under the surface, Yanto probably pauses for a moment and goes, earlier, can you write?
He's quiet for a moment, but then nods.
Like actual words?
He nods again.
Huh. I mean, like, I'm not trying to infer anything here, but is there something between you and MT that the rest of us don't? No, I'm getting prying here. I'm sorry, man. Just like you're the first person who seems to know MT better than anyone else. I just don't know if there's anything we should know, but then it would be more between you and her than anything else. Like,
he gives a nod to that specifically.
So wait, there's something we should know about, or there's
no?
Something...
He was giving a nod to it's between her and him.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, I figured. Just I just don't. Sometimes I don't know whether or not she actually wants to know what's going on with her or not. Like the more we seem to dig into it, then the more we seem to find these little hints. It's like she pulls back from it. I don't know. Just
he turns and leaves the water and closer to the sand.
Hey, what's up?
He near where you guys were keeping your spoils. He kneels down by the sand and just writes in the sand. Doesn't matter. I support her regardless.
I suppose that's the best way of going around it, really. If you care for someone, you support them. But
Her choices.
I get that. Just there's who she is now, and of course, I want to support the person she is. But if she, like I did things I'm not proud of. I If she has that kind of stuff hidden away somewhere and it comes out and it's stuff that we have to deal with and we could have known sooner, I don't want to feel like I need to blame someone for that. I don't.
He writes, would be betraying her to tell.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
But then thinks, but in the past, there is only pain.
They were just going to stare at that in the sand for a while. He just pats Excalibur on the shoulder. It's her decision.
Nods.
Just if you think she needs help, I know I can trust you for you to be the one to be there for her.
He writes, always. I owe her that much.
Yansu kind of mouths it for a moment, looks down, then looks up again. Who were you?
No one of consequence. But no. It was of consequence to her. Felt of consequence to her.
I understand. All right, come on, man. I'm not going to be the one who put a Warframe into an emotional goddamn stoop. That's my job.
He tilts his head to the side and then writes, do not mistake me.
Look, I'm not going to get called out by every motherfucker on this island, all right?
I am just answering questions and being as honest as willing. Not especially emotional. Can't let myself be emotional. Not here.
All right, all right.
But you,
But me?
you still have flesh.
Yeah.
You still have taste.
Where are you going with this?
Once, I would kill to be like you again. Given up on that. But still conflicted when I see Tenno not appreciate what they have.
So you
I
think
mean,
I'm...
Go ahead.
No. So you think I'm squandering this? Oh, because I can't what? Decide if I know what I want, if I can be stable around people.
Was like you before. Either overthink or poor impulse control. Squandered my flesh. Now it's gone. Been gone a long time. Advice, I guess, if that means anything.
I'm never going to say no to free advice. Just understand.
Oh, you're roboting?
Give it a go.
Oh no,
Go.
Luke.
There went the attention and the emotion. All because Luke is a robot.
Yeah. Excalibur was the robot.
No
Luke didn't
wonder
have
he
to
doesn't
work.
understand girl feelings.
Beep, beep, beep.
If he weren't a robot, he'd understand.
Girl feelings. Like guy feelings are any different.
But that's the mistake guys make, is thinking that girl feelings are different.
Oh, there he goes. He's gone. Alas, poor Luke.
You knew him well.
I knew him, Zach. He was a man of infinite jest.
Oh, there he is.
There we go. God damn it. For some reason, my router decided to go, you know what I'm going to do? What? I'm going to connect to a completely different network for no particular reason.
Router.
Fuck you. I'm sorry. My la-di-da English terminology. Your internet box.
No, I know what you meant. I'm sorry. It's just one of those ones I hadn't heard before.
Goddamn douche nuggets.
No, I'm sorry. It's my own fault as an ignorant American.
Hey. You're not ignorant because you're American. Your ignorance is entirely separate.
Thanks.
That'd be really. Okay.
So yeah, you just said I'm not going to refuse free advice.
Fair enough. I'm not going to turn down free advice. It's an imperfect process trying to be better. It's not something where I can just throw myself into being an open and confident person. You don't just flick that switch. And I fuck up all the time. And I try and fix most of those fuck-ups where and when I can. And I haven't given up, and I do want to be... I want to make this worthwhile. I want to make the time I've got worth something. But at the same time, you can't just tell someone to live a better life. I know that sounds like I'm giving up, but I'm not.
He just writes, yeah. Haven't talked much. Do you see why I said kind of alike?
Come on, dude. Social awkwardness is nothing new in my circle of people I know. Everyone's either shy, dorky, psychotic, or some kind of combination of those three.
Warframe dash simplifies things. Excalibur simplifies things.
I guess. Just don't use that as an excuse, all right? You may not have the flesh anymore, but you can still be you if you hold on to it.
Me. Different. Not the same anymore. Changed. New purpose. New body.
And the body is and that's it. Just because you've got a different
New purpose. New mission.
it doesn't have to be about a mission. I can only imagine it's probably a comfortable thought.
She is the mission. She is the purpose.
Damn it, I am not equipped for this shit.
Nor I. It gets up.
Life really
Picks up the fish that you've all caught.
Life really should have come with a goddamn instruction manual. I hate this pick it up as you go bullshit.
He just sort of toes into the sand. But no matter what, remember, don't squander this.
Yeah, I know.
And if you choose this, the emotions to himself, I'll kill you.
Well, it's not a day without someone threatening to murder me.
Not worth it.
Okay, got it. Live your life, or I'll fucking kill you. That's one hell of a motivational life speech.
He gives a thumbs up.
Like I said, dorks, nerds, or psychopaths. There's no middle ground. Come on, let's give.
He more or less gives a shrug as if he was assuming you were talking that you were referring to him as all of the above.
Oh, come on, let's go and. Well, I'm assuming some of these probably aren't poisonous.
He looks at him, shrugs. He hasn't eaten them.
All right, let's go. Come on, man.
He just caught shit for fun.
Oh, I thought we were going to do a skill check because I'm going to see if I can catch a boot.
No, there's no boots here. There's no boot to catch.
You're fishing. There's always boots.
Oh, that's true. All right.
Our comedian Zaphos lost a boot here somewhere.
That's true. Yeah, you guys return to the new campfire. And let's say before I end the session, is there any scenes that anyone wants to have?
Not a scene necessarily, but I wanted to be made absolutely clear that even though she couldn't make the fire, MT got a lot of leaves for people to sit on, so no one would have to get sand on.
Oh man, that's like oh god, it's poison ivy. Why?
She made made a whole like woven leaf mat for everybody.
Excalibur just sits on it and utterly destroys it.
It's fine.
No, he doesn't sit on it.
Clearly, you need you finish doing that. You see, Kirei's built an entire small house. No.
God damn it, Kirei.
Did anyone want to have any scenes with Kirei since she was sort of off on her own for most of this session?
Yanto will probably just, if she's off to one side for a very brief while someone's, I'm assuming MT is like MT has been given a bunch of fish, like here, suss these.
Yeah, MT can cook if she is feeling.
Oh yeah, I can. That's how I won.
It's true. Fuck, it's true.
Kirei will will let her lend, because Kirei always keeps a kunai on her own person in addition to when one of her warframes has some. So
Yeah,
she
toss me
will
that.
lend
Not like that. Actually, hand it to me gently.
a wiser decision.
It's monomolecular. That shit will just go right through you.
She will flip it around and handle first to
Thanks.
Certainly. And yeah, I'm certain that at some point Yanto finds it's Kirei. It's not too difficult to find her off by herself at some point.
When he does that, by the way, Excalibur does write in the sand while sitting next to MT. He knows.
He knows.
I can write.
Oh God. You can write, and suddenly you also can't keep secrets.
Kept a lot of secrets.
Loose tongue, loose fingers. I don't know. Whatever. Help me cut these.
Bad innuendo.
Shut up. You've got a really big vocabulary for someone who's got to etch it out in the sand letter by letter.
Yes. It's frustrating.
And also really good handwriting.
Practice calligraphy when I was alone. Got really bored waiting for you to wake up.
Hey, man.
You slept well. All that
Thanks.
matters.
Shut up.
And Anna's just standing there like, he can write?
Oh, fuck.
I really want that to be the case.
Yes. Whoa. He can write.
Ah!
That's awesome. Excalibur just writes, wow. I'm just going to go.
No, see, teacher helped to prepare food. Where would you go?
Trinity and Cat Colony.
Not without me, you're not.
We just come back to Anna standing by a pile of partially gutted fish, like, I don't know where they all went. But you know,
This is
Excalibur
left.
can write.
They just went north. Yeah, so Kirei and Yanto.
Hey, Kerry? Have
Yes,
you,
Jan.
you got a moment?
Of course. What is it?
Oh, I'm being a dumbass again. No, you were going to say something.
I was, but then I decided it might be better for me to just let you continue.
Considering how my self-esteem is at the moment, it's probably not going to make that much of a dent, but basically, Anna and I have been kind of getting kind of close over the last couple of days in this place, and we got to this nice comfortable place, we kissed, and then she asked me earlier today if this meant we were like going out. And I panicked like a motherfucker. Like, I want to twist my own head off and punt it into the bay, kind of stupid.
Nice.
Because the minute someone asks me that, I just freeze.
You are I have noticed you seem to be very poor at conveying your feelings. Coming from me, this should add some degree of emphasis.
Oh yes, 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 without a shadow of a doubt. I'm used now to people telling me that from their particular emotional vantage point, I am terrible at emotions.
So, you panicked. What then?
I left it on a really tenuous, not quite yes, not quite no sort of thing, and that is probably worse than any of the other options short of attempting to drown her. So,
Do you wish to go out with her?
I do. But at the
Then
same
what is the problem?
we're about to go off and possibly, well, hopefully avert some kind of Tenno insurrection that's going to, at the very least, cause massive disturbances in the way the Corpus, Grenier, and other colonies all shake out. And if at the worst, full-blown civil war that destroys planets. So, kicking off a relationship like that is probably not, the best timing. So I'm kind of...
Yanto, we are Tenno. We risk our lives on every mission we do. There is not going to be a good timing. There is no relationship we can forge that does not have a substantial chance in ending with the violent death of one of the parties.
I mean, when you put it like that, I mean, apart from being really, really, depressing, you have got a point. I know. I just didn't have the guts to take that jump, and I really should have. And I guess I'm just talking to you about it because I can talk to you.
I am glad you feel that way. She smiles a bit.
Okay, when have I not been able to come to you with my bullshit? With the extravagant bonanza that is Yanto's emotional inability to comprehend anything.
I know, but it is nice to hear it vocalized.
I'll get you a t-shirt sometime. So I think
If you are asking me for advice, then act upon your feelings. Do not worry if they will last, if the situation will last.
Well, okay then, I suppose.
Nothing lasts forever, but that is not a reason to avoid things.
I do keep forgetting you are the smartest person in the room.
It likely comes with being a Naruman disciple.
Don't give all that stuff too much credit.
To be sure, part of this is speaking from personal experience. If you always fear how things will turn out or what others think of you, then you will not be able to move forward. I believe the Lotus may have seen that in me, and that is why she recommended that I join your squad.
Well, that definitely would have been. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it's worked, hasn't it?
It has.
Well, I hope you believe it has, because I can see it.
I do. Lately, more than ever before, I feel like I can feel at least a little without losing control.
I know that I'm probably not coming from the best place as someone who has pretty spectacularly bad emotive control as well, but don't feel afraid to express yourself.
Mm.
I'll always be here for you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I suppose I'm gonna go and see if I get punched in the side of the head or not.
I suppose that would depend on just how much you screwed up earlier.
This is the thing. It's like a pressure cooker. You don't know if it's done or not until you unscrew the top and see if it takes the top of your head off or not.
Yes, but when it is a pressure cooker, it is advised that you do not put your head immediately over it when checking. But that advice does not really apply here.
Maybe. I feel like I took that metaphor to a strange place. Anyway,
I would
do you
give
want
you I would give you a kiss for luck, but in this particular circumstance, that may be in poor taste.
to? Hey, look, come on. Kind of gives her a hug and pecks her on the cheek. You're still a best friend.
Mm.
Thank you.
Of course.
And he'll head back off to the fire.
I'm going to say that as we're going to leave off there with everyone just kind of at the fire.
Ooh. Ooh. Relationship tension.
Having just gotten through some relationship tension with maybe a conclusion, probably a temporary one. Honestly, let's be real. I know you people.
Because if not, Excalibur's just going to fucking nail him to a tree.
Excalibur's too old for this shit.
Maybe
He's just going to
unless
write.
Excalibur just nails him.
Oh, there's the pairing.
Also,
no.
to say it out loud, just to be fair, Excalibur was not actually.
I know he was be decisive. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, he wasn't like trying to like edge you in any direction. He was just saying like, dude, be decisive. You only have so much time with flesh.
Yeah.
Your fleshy flesh.
That's why Kira got right to the point. Do you like her? Do you want to go out with her? Yes, then go do it. Seems simple enough.
Excalibur likes Kirei. Get her head on right.
Kirei doesn't hesitate to do a thing once she has decided upon it, to be sure.
He thinks she should maybe do less things, but he likes her.
You are a little too how you put it? You're a little too you. Stop doing that so
If you'd be
much.
just like a little less you, you'd be great.
He's just perhaps. You can't even tell her please think things through because you know she does. She just decides to do shit anyway.
So this was primarily just like a cooldown session and and social session. Did you guys have fun?
Yes. Also, I forgot to write down any experience we got from last week.
You get an
There was
experience from last
one.
session.
One?
I'll say a
Oh, well.
I'll say a relationship experience. This one.
Yay.
So mostly chilling with people.
I was
Luke, did you have fun?
hanging out on an island.
Luke, are you muted?
I had fun because I got to deal with things that are genuinely a problem for me, which was interesting.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Man. Oh no! Like Yanzo's whole relationship thing, that is entirely my fucking problem.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. No, it's good. It is good to genuinely like talk that through.
Very cool though. I'm glad then. I'm glad that you had fun.
NATO.
Yes, Panda.
I had fun, but I am very upset that you did not laugh at my literary joke.
Just not gonna let that one lie, are you?
Like I said though, relationship experience to everybody. Any questions, comments?
Walt Whitman.
As I forget, is that the poet Nate likes or the one Nate?
She's so mad. It's amazing.
It's so good. I'm not gonna let you sleep on this good fun.
So I guess there's no questions then.
Why didn't you laugh at her joke, Nate? Why didn't you laugh at her joke?
I'm
It's-
leaving.
Luke gets. I was gonna say, Luke, it's funny you mention it because I also find that when I feel too strongly, I just go into a berserker rage. That comes from me too.
Oh dear.
And I find that when I feel too strong, I make an anti-joke.
You just suckle humor from the room.
I make a reverse joke out of another joke.
Like you publicly execute a joke in front of a room full of people.
We just put this pun into reverse.
Oh,
It's now a nub.
Oh,
Man is currently very mad that you laughed at that, but not her joke.
Oh,
Oh, she's so mad.
I'm not mad.
She's just, I'm gonna go to bed, and she's gonna have to be like, "Hey, NATO,
Hey, NATO.
did you get the
it?
joke?"
Did you get it?
oh.
I'm tired. Fine.
Please sleep.
Oh.
I'm gonna put my laundry in where it goes. The laundry place.
The laundry hole.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Take your router.